Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you love to watch more cheating stories. I recently wrote a post about how my new dog had serendipitously given me some information about my wife's emotional affair. I had been suspecting that something was up for a while, and when she reckoned, gaslighted and suddenly threw me to the side, I felt something. Amongst the sea of confusion, pain, sadness and doubt was suspicion. To make a long story short, she reckoned our history and claimed that she never actually loved me. There were a lot of traumatic and fucked up things she said, and that was one of the more tame things, but it hurt the most. I'm not the type to snoop. In my opinion, unless you're going scorched earth, it's just not a good way of getting information, especially if reconciliation is your goal. I don't like to admit it, but it has always been my goal to reconcile with my WS. To give her space and respect and privacy. But today I broke that. I saw a message from a number I did not recognize and its preview was too hard to ignore. Now for the story. We recently got a puppy. We as in my immediate family. My wife and I moved in with my parents as she suggested we could live there and save money for us. It was a good idea and very forward thinking on her part. I really didn't want to move, but I did because she was my teammate and I felt like I could overcome it with her by my side. Our family dog passed away shortly after the WS and I moved in. Fast forward to now and we have finally got a puppy. No clue where WS is as she is mostly ignoring me. The puppy is honestly really annoying and her teething makes her so chewy. Yesterday, I hit the gym late. I had recently seen my therapist and a lawyer for a consultation that day and it had me feeling anxious and depressed. When I returned in the late afternoon, I came home to see my wife's Apple Watch on the kitchen counter charging. My first thought was that she must be here. Holy fuck. But alas, she is not. So where did it come from? My grandmother came out with the dog in tow and explained that the dog ran into my open bedroom and saw the watch. She carried it back to the living room where she chewed on it till my grandmother found her. The gummy sport strap on an Apple Watch does look pretty sweet if you're teething. She took the watch and charged it thinking it was my mother's. They have the same color and model watch. When I got home the watch was alive. I was surprised as this thing has been missing for months and I didn't find it till she left me and I moved rooms. I threw it in a corner of the room on a pile of WS's mail and clothes. The dumb pup came in and grabbed it as it was so easy to reach. As I walked back to my bedroom, the notifications came in. The first text I saw was from a number I didn't recognize. It said, "Stockpiling for you BB." Between my wife going no contact after suggesting that she wanted to work on our marriage, my suspicions, and what this message said, it was very hard to not look. So I broke. I opened it up and started reading. Messages and conversations were happening in real time. This wasn't her AP, but they talked about me. I saw her talk about me in ways that killed me. Her newfound online friends only have her side and they all think I'm a controlling loser. The worst past is I suggested and recommended she hang with some new folks in this video game because I didn't want her to feel trapped with me. She's not super social, so I always tried to get her to foster friendships. When she talks about me to these people she refers to me as her ex. This entire time I have been silently standing for my marriage, always referring to her as my wife. I was gutted. So much for a serious attempt at working on our marriage. After basically finding out that my wife sees me as her ex and not her reconciliation partner, I tried to sleep but couldn't. Waves of anxiety and pain washed over me in long, successive crashes. I started to cry. And that's when the late night texts from him came in. Fuck it, I thought. How much worse can it get? So I read them. And it showed a guy who obviously had feelings for her, delegating care and calling her pet names like baby, BB, or babe. I've seen them talk late into the night. She's been overprotective of her phone lately and our bedroom has been dead, so this made sense. I had a feeling. I have no clue if things have gotten physical with them, but at this point, it doesn't matter. So much of what I thought I knew, lost. So much time wasted. 6+ years, ups, downs and as much love as I could muster, and nothing to show for it. Those who are currently in it, how did you deal on the first day? After a month of being too stupid to see the light, I feel like I have jumped back to square one. Day 1. What was your first few days like? Did you confront or did you wait? Here are some of the best comments from our community. Back up the phone and gather your evidence. Get a lawyer, an STD test and separate finances. Find a new place to live. You don't have to tell her any of this until you're ready to file. You now know that any attempt to fix things is just bullshit to string you along. The time apart is so she can try out someone else. She does not respect you, don't be her backup plan. You are young and have a world of opportunities ahead of you. It hurts like hell, but be grateful you are discovering her true character now, not with 3 kids, a mortgage, and 10 years of debt. The chances of you recovering a meaningful relationship from the spite and disrespect you have personally endured and read is very low. This person is not your friend, much less your wife. Just start the divorce proceedings, and if she comes crying back to you, then show her what you have and have her explain that. Otherwise, just move on. A life well lived is the best revenge. File and block. Thank your lucky stars you have no children. You deserve someone that loves and respects you. Never reveal your sources. She knows what she did. No need to prove it to her. Just let her know that you have irrefutable evidence and you're willing to share it with the world if she tries to drag you through the mud. Keep in mind, if you put her through nursing school and she now has a lucrative career, she may be on the hook for some alimony. Talk to an attorney. If you're entitled to it, get it. Don't be a hero and walk away from that money. With a short marriage it would likely not be a huge amount anyways, but don't give it away. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell.